Hey, this is Oingle, and we're playing Team Deathmatch on Nuketown with the AK74U and, let's see, Sleight of Hand, Steady Aim Pro with the silencer. Yeah, there's other perks, but that's not, those are the things that are really important, because what I'm trying to do here is unlock Steady Aim Pro and complete a couple of contracts that I did. One of them is Team Deathmatch Bloodbath, which is 14 kills in one game. And the other one, I can't remember what it's called, but it's 50 kills with a silenced weapon within 40 minutes of gameplay. And I squandered two relatively short games by forgetting that I needed to have a silencer on, so I'm kind of running against the clock here trying to do that. I'll give you a little spoiler here. I unlock all three, but only one of them in this game. So what I'm doing here is, and this worked in other games, but it's not working so much right now, is I just kind of hung out in the middle of the map, protected by the truck and the bus, and staying towards the front end of the bus because there's that hole in the truck. And just picking people off as they run by, because nobody seems to really check the middle when they're running across. They seem to be more focused on threats across the street, which, you know, there are plenty. So I don't blame them, but they don't even look. They're just completely blind when I'm firing at them. So I was able to, in other times that I played this map, really rank up a pretty good score. The other thing is that, although I did pretty good at this map in the beginning, now that people have begun to understand the map better and play it constantly, can we not play this map over and over and over again? Once in a, I mean, seriously, people play it 5 times and they still want to play it again. I want to learn all the maps, and I want to figure out strategies for all of the maps and what works and what doesn't, not just this one. Anyway, end rant. So, since hanging out in the middle of the map doesn't particularly work on this match, I don't exactly know why. Maybe my teammates are doing too much damage. I end up, being forced out of that area. And, I'm still trying to play a stealth role. I'm still trying to flank people or catch them from the side. I'm just kind of desperately running around the map trying to find anybody to kill at this point. Little side note, I have not quite gotten the subtlety of throwing grenades and various other equipment and things like that. Fail, because the arc is different on them in this than it was in Modern Warfare 2. So you'll see a lot of situations where I really underthrow or overthrow. I think I nail it on this one. Trying to hit targets with grenades. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about the AK74U. People are talking about it like it is the new UMP45, and I agree with people in the sense that it's popular like the UMP45, but I don't think it's broken like the UMP45 was. The UMP45 was so broken that you could kill somebody across the map with it with some reasonable burst firing. Medium range, you could kind of go off if you had a good lock on somebody in the beginning, and of course it worked great up close. And the fact that it was a 4-shot kill, 3-shot with stopping power anywhere on the map at any times with any combination of attachments, that's what made it broken. And this, because 35 was the lowest damage you could do, that was 4 shots and 3 shots with stopping power. There's no stopping power, and the drop-off over distance on this goes from 40 per bullet to 20. And 20 is the damage all of the machine guns do, the submachine guns do over range. So, and it doesn't have a high fire rate, 750 versus 930, whatever it is, 937 for the SMGs that have the faster fire rate. I think the thing that's really so great about it is there's nothing really wrong about it. There's it doesn't have any particular strength, but it doesn't have any particular weakness either. It's just an all-around good gun. And so I think unless you have a very specific purpose, you know, so there's me throwing my stun grenades, and of course they don't hit the window, they bounce off and they kill me. Anyway, because it doesn't have a particular strength, it's a good all-around gun. And I haven't figured out that there's some specific thing that I want to do. If I really cared about better range, then I would pick something like the MP63. If I wanted to really shoot people from a distance, I'd use the Scorpion because it has the least kick than any other weapon. Even though it drops from its 50 damage to 20 in about 3 feet, you might as well just knife somebody if you're that close. I thought that the Spectre was going to be good. The problem with the Spectre that I have is that it's pretty much exactly like this gun, except that it pulls up and to the right the longer you hold it down, and I don't like that. This particular gun, the AK74U, it does have a wide bullet pattern, but at least it stays basically on target, and to me that's more important than allowing it to pull off to the right. I haven't tried the Kiparis yet, and I've heard good things about it. I haven't unlocked it yet, so we'll see when I get to that point. I'm pretty close. The SMGs are definitely my favorite gun, and they were my favorite in Modern Warfare 2. And one of my favorite things about Modern Warfare Black Ops is that hip firing is actually really useful, especially with the SMGs. So I never really hip fired that much in Modern Warfare 2, and I hip fire all the time now. So there I get my hip firing medal or whatever, and that kicks me up to get my promotion to go to the next level. That's the end of the game. I do 18 to 9, 2.0 ratio. For me, that's great. I float somewhere between a 1.0 and a 2.0, and when I can get 3, that's amazing. And I'm working every day to try to get better at getting a 3.0 average instead of a 2. But it takes time. So if you like what you see, please comment, rate, subscribe, vote. All of that helps me a lot. And I'm on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Oingle.com. Please spay and neuter your pets.